of a lone man who lost everything and now wages a one-man war on crime, solitarily beating up criminals by himself, alone!
Whoa. But what about his trusty butler? His chummy relationship with the commissioner of police? What about all those kids?
Alone! He can keep the butler.
Look, Amy, you cannot have Batman without Robin, okay? He's gotta be there so that he can...
Die?
Only 3 Robins have died, Amy.
That is a terrible track record! When you're facing murder clowns, half-ugly lawyers, and women who act like cats, is it really that smart to bring a kid with you?
Is it really that smart not to bring a kid with you? Robin needs to be there. He serves a purpose.
What, to be a better shield than Captain America has? The bullets don't even bounce. They're absorbed.
Okay, look, when you're a kid, you know that you can never be Batman, right? But Robin, that is a realistic goal to aspire to.
You saying Robin is the community college of superheroes?
I'm saying Robin is the point of view character.
For me, I began to appreciate Robin as being that kind of the voice of the audience going, what are you doing? In a lot of these storylines. And the one person that could make a crack at how ridiculous he was in the midst of the grim, dark Gotham City.
Batman's entire thing is about, pain and internal torment and how everything is just so terrible.
And psychopaths and all kinds of stuff. But you put a kid with him, and all of a sudden you have something that's actually really approachable in terms of Batman, because a child can see themselves in that character and participating in these adventures that otherwise would seem really outlandish.
But it's not easy for Batman, especially because he keeps losing Robins, because let's face it, Batman wears black, we're fighting crime in a dark alley, his sidekick wears bright red, green, yellow. Who am I gonna shoot at here?
A child wearing green spandex and like a sailor costume and a little domino mask? And you just have to ask yourself, how did it get to this point?
Robin's a decoy more than a sidekick. He's like standing on the sideline and being like, yo, he's about to punch you in the back of the head. And Batman's like, got it. That's what he's good for.
According to sales and popularity, Robin has a purpose. But based on the fates of Jason Todd, my girl Stephanie Brown, and Bruce's own son Damian Wayne, Robin's also expendable.
Which just gives Batman more angst and motivation to fight crime. Another sidekick gone. This time, just like the last time, it's really personal this time.
Batman's got enough tragedy. If you watch your parents die when you're like 8, that is an everlasting gobstopper of sadness. He's good on feeling the feels.
But he's also got to let people in after that night. Otherwise, he died that night too. Without Robin, there's less hope. And when even a Robin dies, Batman caves in and finds a replacement.
Which is a little weird. He's just making the same mistake repeatedly and exploiting more kids than a Kmart sweatshop.
He needs somebody there to kick his ass occasionally and let him know that he is in danger of losing his humanity.
He could show Robin that he could be safe, he could be protected, and that the death of his parents was not his fault. I think Jason Todd was the Robin that Batman felt completely responsible and felt that he was in a position that he could have done something.
Batman never gets more vulnerable. If his wall has a crack, he doesn't fill the crack, he builds a wall behind the wall.
But he loses his contact with humanity, with his other Robins, and that's what's so important for Dick or Damian or whoever it is to crack through that and remind him why he's doing all this.
So in a lot of ways, actually, it probably becomes harder with each successive Robin for Robin to do the job that Robin needs to do.
Right.
Some of them are just so loyal, so blindly loyal, that I feel like they walked into it themselves. And I feel like Batman has probably made a conscious decision to just let his Robins eat it more often than not.
It's still kind of selfish.
Amy, Batman is a symbol. Okay? He inspires people. If these Robins hadn't jumped into the line of fire, they could have just ended up being innocent bystanders who were turned into popsicles by Mr. Freeze or suffered umbrella death at the flippered hands of the Penguin. Instead, they contributed to society.
You should be a recruitment officer.
What can I say? I am a huge fan of Dick. And Tim and Jason and Carrie and all the rest. Not to mention all the Robins who have passed away, whether it was due to a 1-900 number, brutal torture, or Joel Schumacher's obsession with nipples, all come back eventually.
But Batman doesn't know that when they die. He couldn't be that self-aware.
He should be by now. Come on, he's Batman. He knows how this thing works, man. It's a revolving door, baby.
Stephanie Brown very briefly made her the first in continuity female Robin, and she was awesome. And then they unceremoniously killed her in a story called War Games, and she came back as Batgirl, which I appreciated, but I was so devastated when they killed her as Robin.
I guess that is kind of a fear with anybody who gets the chance to play Robin, because they have a history of getting the crap kicked out of them, and in some cases, brutally murdered. Dying in comics is like crying in a thunderstorm. It doesn't matter, it's emotionally fulfilling, but in the long run, it's all gonna get washed away.
See, Amy, that's the joy of comic books. Even something as serious as child soldiers dying in a war their grizzled generals started is made silly and fun by colorful costumes and a revolving door of death.
I can't tell if we solved this problem or started another.
Tune in for our next installment. Same Omnibus time, same Omnibus channel. Whether you're hashtag Team Dick, hashtag Team Jason, hashtag why not? That's
Team Dick,
part
Team
of it.
Jason, Team Tim, Team Stephanie, Team Damien, whoever, Team Carrie.
Yeah, I'm Team Carrie.
There's enough Gotham gear to go around at T-Fury.
Check out tfury.com/Geek Sundry.
You can also see a gallery of our favorites.
Hashtag our shirts.
Hashtag correct Hector on his use of hashtag.
Look, hashtag, it's in the teleprompter. I'm gonna read what's in the hashtag teleprompter, whatever they put in the hashtag
Ron
teleprompter.
Burgundy. Ron
It's
Burgundy.
true.